Downright Sports is back. My phone's blowing up because it is back. Everybody's excited. And if you have never seen the show before, let me introduce you to who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Brent Reed, the host of Downright Sports, the creator of Downright Sports, and this is Downright Sports. Basically, it's a 15-minute sports show where we discuss what we're supposed to discuss. I'm supposed to discuss sports, but instead, sometimes I end up discussing other things. Like today's show, let me give you the rundown of today's show. I'm going to do my baseball preview for 2016. Also, I'm going to do a new segment, movies, TVs, and other crap I like. It used to be called movies and video games. Now it's just other crap I like. So we'll break down with in that category. I'll discuss Deadpool, America vs. OJ, Agent Carter, and Black Mass, because I watched that yesterday. And we'll wrap the show up. Quick, simple, boom, boom. It comes at you real fast. Pause. Anyway, let's go. Let's start. Let's dive into it. The must-know news. Basically, we talk about the must-know news from this past week or yesterday. Starting with Rick Pitino, maybe his last days in Louisville. The team, the University of Louisville put the school on the type of probation only because they had this sex scandal where a former assistant graduate student coach of his was basically paying prostitutes to have sex with recruiters or current players. It blew up in their face. So now the team is on suspension. The team will not be playing in the postseason, so it's a lot of stuff involved with that. He may leave. He still wants to keep coaching probably. He's probably going to go somewhere else. Maybe the rumors was he's going to go out to UNLV out in Las Vegas. So we'll find out. We'll see. Some scores from last night. UNC, number 8, UNC beat Syracuse last night in a big ACC game. And that was it, because everything else was unimportant. You know, it's really hard when it's just kind of basketball season because the games don't really matter. LeBron James, after getting rest Sunday night and his team getting blowed up by the Washington Wizards, he played last night against the Indiana Pacers and dropped 33 in his return. Ooh. We'll talk about LeBron on our next show. We're going to tackle him because he's irritating. Anyway, we'll get it going. We're stomping. Oh, and the Clippers revealed some new ugly masks. Baseball's around the corner for 2016, and I'm a huge baseball fan. I mean, it's scary how big of a baseball fan I really am. And I'm excited for the new upcoming season because there are a lot of new teams that made a lot of new changes. Today, the preseason begins. Spring training begins. I would call it preseason, but spring training begins. The first spring training game will be aired on the MLB network at 1 o'clock today. The Blue Jays take on the Phillies. And I'm excited about that. I really am. I will watch it. Every year for opening day, I have a routine. I go get beer, I go get hot dogs, and I sit and I watch the game at home because obviously I'm not going to the game. But that's what I do. I love it. I think it's fun. I love the game of baseball. I know everybody wants to try to make it something that is not. Try to make it football. Let's put a clock in it. Let's speed it up. It's not that type of game. You can't really do that for baseball because it is a pace game. It's a game where pace matters because every little nuance, every little feature, every little thing is important for the game itself. And if it's done poorly, if it's done wrong, you're going to lose. It's just how it is. The only thing that I don't like that's being done to it is the analytics stuff. I think that's kind of lame because baseball has always been played by numbers, but the after effect, and it was always numbers that mattered, not some made up number. Oh, this guy, every Monday he plays, the team wins. That's a stupid statistic. That's a made up statistic. And basically what analytics, in my opinion, is doing is driving out the common person, the common guy because anybody could have been a baseball general manager. Anybody could have been a baseball manager to some degree, but it's starting to drive those guys out. And now if you don't have a degree or you didn't, your father didn't play golf with this kid who has a degree, it deters it away. They try to put analytics in everything. You can't do it because it doesn't resonate in everything. You can't You can't sit at a computer, crunch some numbers, and go, this guy's a superstar. It doesn't work that way. Hank Aaron was great because he was great. Babe Ruth was great because he was great. Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr., these guys were great already. They didn't need... If you ever look at when they talk analytics, they never compare analytics to superstars, the Mount Rushmore of the game. It's always to like some Joe Blow guy who was borderline okay anyway. So I always find that funny. And I always find that really, really interesting that that's what they do. But, you know, they got to pay somebody to do something. Nobody pays me to do this, so I can do whatever I want. But let's take a look at this year, some changes that were made. Some teams made some big moves. For the Red Sox made one of the biggest moves. The Red Sox went out and got David Price. They stole him from the Blue Jays. Price, who has a career record 104 wins. He's a starting left-handed pitcher. He has 104 wins, 55 losses, which is great in an 8-year period. But he is 2-7 in the postseason, so he kind of chokes when the postseason comes around. Cubs got Ben Zobrist, and they got Josh Hayward, where they basically overpaid for a decent player. Hayward, who was supposed to be this megastar, they say he's supposed to be this great leadoff guy. I don't see it, but we'll find out. Right now, the Cubs are sitting on the favorite. They have it all. An embarrassment of riches. They're probably losing the first round. The White Sox made a trade. They went and got Todd Phillips, a very good third baseman, who I felt the Yankees should have went out and got. Detroit picked up Justin Upman, and just a couple days ago, Texas signed Ian Desmond. So, rightfully so. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm gonna stay on the Yankees for this last little bit of time. Yankees went and traded for Sterling Castro from the Cubs and Chapman from the Reds. Chapman, who's an investigation, could be suspended for domestic abuse. Regardless, the Yankees are trying to make a move. They're trying. I want to say the reason why the Yankees haven't been able to sign a big superstar is not because they don't want to. It's because guys don't want to come play for New York anymore because George Steinbrenner isn't here. And I know what it sounds like, but George Steinbrenner used to make you feel special. He would make you feel like this is your team, this is your city. He would do things, and I don't think the Suns or Brian Cashman know how to do that. They don't know how to wine and dine. They don't know how to mingle, and it's hard to do that when you inherit money and you don't earn money. Those are the differences, kids. So that's a little bit of the baseball preview. Later next week, we'll have the breakdown of who's going to win each division. We'll have the whole show will be dedicated to baseball. Sunday, I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of DVR'd most of it and only wanted to see like the Chris Rock parts. That I wanted to see what he had to say about the black people boycotting, yada 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 yada. But it's funny to me that people wanted to boycott the Oscars. I find that funny because black movies were nominated. But that's not the first time that's ever happened. And it's interesting we're the only ones that tend to do that. Because Asian Americans or Latino Americans, they don't boycott. They go out and they do what they can do to try to bring awareness to their movies. That's what they try to do. They don't piss and moan for something. They work at it. And we got a leg up because we have black directors and black actors. But maybe if we start casting our own people, or maybe we start making good movies, let's go with that. Yeah, let's do that. Because black people kill me. Oh, this movie wasn't nominated. Or this movie wasn't nominated. But I always ask black people, did you watch the movies that were nominated? Because I do. As you can see behind me, I have Spotlight, Mad Max that were nominated. I'm getting ready to watch Spotlight after the show goes off. Seen Mad Max. I thought it was great. I didn't know it was going to be Oscar worthy. I've seen Creed. The Revenant I haven't seen yet because I don't want to watch. I'm really not in the mood to watch Leonardo DiCaprio fight his way out of the wilderness. It's a little bit odd to me. What was the other movies? The Danish Girl I haven't seen, but I'll take their word for it. I've seen enough movies where men become women. I've seen that. All right, I'm okay with that. But all in all, I saw Straight Outta Compton. Didn't know if it was Oscar worthy. I thought it was a good movie, but I didn't feel it was Oscar worthy. I didn't go, oh my God, we have to nominate these kids. It is not what will the world do? If anybody knows anything about NWA, they left stuff out that movie that would have made the movie better. They left stuff that mattered and really how Death Row really was created. They left that out. Like, it was just, Dr. Dre doesn't want to do it anymore. Welcome to Death Row. That's not how it really worked. And they left out, it was just stuff that was left out. But I did see Concussion. I left that part out. Will Smith should have been nominated for that. Only because he played, first time he played a character that wasn't American. So I thought, yeah, he was left out. And he should have been nominated for that. But, I mean, what are you going to do? I should be nominated for one of those web awards, but I'm not. It happens. Anyway, yesterday I saw Deadpool, and I thought it was DVD worthy. I know everybody's like, Deadpool, so great. Oh my God, I love the Deadpool. No, I thought it was DVD worthy. I thought it was entertaining, but the X-Men movies are 10 times better. Deadpool was, what it basically was like, all right, we're just going to do everything we can to curse. We're going to do everything we can to be vulgar. We're going to do everything we can. And I understand that's what the character's supposed to be, but there's creative ways you could have did that. They could have done it. And it was funny. But it was, when X-Men Days of Future Past, I just watched the Rogue edition. That was great. I can watch that anytime. That's how good that is. The Avengers movies, outside of Iron Man 3, the Captain America series is fantastic. Thor series is great. So that's when I say, those movies are good. I'm a huge DC guy. So those movies I could watch all the time. Daredevil was alright. It was alright. America versus OJ, The People versus OJ, that is the best show right now on TV. If you're not watching it, you need to watch it. You need to catch up. It's eerie because it makes you feel like you're there. And if none of this is true, I believe that it is true. That's how crazy it is. I can believe this. It doesn't hint that he did it, but it hints that he did it. And I kind of believe he did it because I saw a documentary on it, and I think he did it. For years I didn't, but I think he did it. And Agent Carter, I'm going to wrap it up with you. I love you. I think you're the hottest chick in the world. The chick who plays Peggy Carter, I don't know her real name. She's a Brit. But the show doesn't have that sitting on the edge of your seat. I DVR it and take my time watching it because it doesn't have that factor. It's just kind of like, So, what you going to do? If it doesn't come back next year, I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be hurt. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't be. That's just how it is. So, we'll wrap the show up. Super Tuesday today. Wait, before I go on, Public Enemy's Professor Griff slams Oscars for using Fight the Power. Oh, yeah. People just look for the littlest crap to get mad about. They really do. Alright, like I was saying, today's Super Tuesday. Go vote or don't go vote. I really don't care. Everybody in this election is insane. Everybody in this election is lame. Everybody in this election there's one guy that may have our best interests at heart. That's really Bernie Sanders. If y'all want to know the truth, he doesn't stand a chance of winning. Everybody's going to, the drones will go vote for Hillary Clinton because they think she actually cares about people. She doesn't. Anybody that wants to keep running for president doesn't care about the person. They really care about themselves because she's got her own ego. Her husband was president. Her husband was the man. She's got to have her own identity. Because, she's been first lady. She's been senator. She's been secretary of state. You would think, you would kind of think, all right, enough is enough. But no, she has to do more. So, God bless her. Other than that, then my man, Bernie Sanders, who kind of wants to do something for everybody. And they don't want that because basically he would destroy the sycophant, disgusting America as you know it right now, where corporations wouldn't run anything and actually we would run stuff. Or not us, but more or less it would run more fluent. It wouldn't just be handed over. He wants to give, everybody's like, well, he's a socialist. He's going to make everything, well, he's going to tax you, but you get to go to school for free because you already paid for it. and it doesn't come out your pocket anymore. It just comes, you just don't see it. So for your health insurance, we pay for that out of pocket. Imagine if we didn't have to see that, because we got taxes and crap we pay for it now that we don't know what we're paying for. In his case, in his America, it would be taken care of. So, but who wants that, right? Who wants to do things that make sense? I know I don't. But anyway, I'm happy to be back. We're going to get this flowing. Baseball season's in full effect. The NFL draft coming up. The Kentucky Derby. We need to do special events. We're going to roll. The name of the show may even change. I don't know. But I'm happy to be doing this again. I'm Brett Reed. This is the Downright Sports. I do my homework. And see you guys again. Oh, check out DJ Chase every Tuesday at 8 o'clock at catchthevibe.com. Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock at catchthevibe.com. Chase gets on there, ones and twos, talks about pop culture. Pretty entertaining. I called him once and had some fun. I'm going to call him tonight and have some more fun. See ya.